What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with another Dragon Ball Super video. Today we have the red Frieza archetype for the Clash of Fates theme box that's coming out in, I believe, January. And some of these cards are really insane. We got new Frieza support. We got new Ginyu Force support. I know a lot of people are going to be excited for that. I'm super excited for it. These cards are pretty fantastic. Let's go ahead and see what they have in store for us. First up, we have our new red Frieza leader. He is Frieza's army, so we're going to see a lot of Cold Bloodlust run with this leader as well, along with the new Broly leader that was revealed in the starter deck. His activate main says, once per turn, choose one card from your life and add it to your hand. Look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 red Frieza's army card from among them and add it to your hand. Place a rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. I'm not really a big fan of this ability, especially if you're not going to be running mono red. If you're going to be running some of the new green Frieza's Army support, or even some of the older yellow Frieza's Army support, there's a really high chance that you're not going to hit anything with this ability, and it pretty much makes your leader useless on his unawakened side. Also not a fan of the awakened ability. You can draw 1 card and switch 1 of your energy to active mode. I feel like it should be either or. Drawing 1 card is not a super big help, and switching 1 of your energy to active mode doesn't really do a whole lot either. Maybe it would allow you to manipulate your energy just enough to be able to play an extra card a turn on your turn, but on your opponent's turn, I mean, we already have cards like After Image that you can play without having any energy to begin with, so I feel like having 1 energy really doesn't help a whole lot. On the Awakened side, we have Frieza Metamorphic Threat. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. Once per turn, choose 1 red Frieza's Army card in your battle area and KO it. Then choose 1 card in your hand and place it in the drop area. This card gets plus 5,000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. So you -2 in card advantage, but you get a 2-turn Senzu Bean. The 2-turn Senzu Bean can be pretty helpful, especially against Storm decks. It's really going to be good against Storm decks, but unless there are any red Frieza's Army cards that benefit from being KO'd, or specifically KO'd by your own abilities, or that have a benefit from being discarded, you're not really going to get anything out of those cards that you're discarding in the first place. So we're going to go over these cards a bit backwards so that we can actually follow the chain of events. We've got Frieza Overture to Battle. He's a 1-cost, 5,000 power with Swap 2. So Swap is no longer going to be a mechanic exclusive to the Yellow Goku's lineage, and you swap him into a red Frieza card with an energy cost of 2. When you play this card from your hand, choose up to 1 of your red leader cards or red battle cards other than this card, and it gains plus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So when you play him, he's just a simple little power boost. Then you're going to swap him into Frieza's second form, Evolutionary Process Frieza. I'm glad to see we finally got second form Frieza, because this is my favorite form, although I still prefer King Cold over Frieza. That's neither here nor there. He's a 2-cost, 15,000 power with Swap 3 for 1 red energy. So his swap mechanic is actually better than the Goku's lineage, although there's not as many cards so far for the red Frieza swap engine. And during your opponent's turn, he gets minus 5,000 power. So basically, you're going to play the Frieza Overture to Battle, swap him into this Frieza, and then just leave him there for your turn until your next turn, when you can swap him for 1 red energy into Frieza Storm of Blows. He's a 3-cost, 15,000 power with Barrier, with Swap 5 for 2 red energy. Again, better than the Goku's lineage requirements, but obviously your options are much more linear as well. So for 2 red energy, you're going to play a red Frieza with an energy cost of 5. That's going to be that super rare Frieza that we looked at from Nationals, from that spoiler that they gave us, which is like 5 cost, 25,000 power, crit, and double strike, and then he had some ability. But when you play this card, you also choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards with 20,000 power or less and KO it. So he's going to come out in turn 2, or, whichever turn you choose to, play this card, and KO basically any 4-drop or less that doesn't have barrier. That's pretty crazy if you ask me. Then we've got probably my favorite card in red for this set. It's Body Change Ginyu. The flavor of this card is amazing. He's a 3-cost, 15,000 power. It says when you play this card, choose all Ginyu Force cards in your battle area. They get plus 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. So I feel like he's going to go well with the yellow Ginyu Force cards. Now, the Ginyu Force in this set is kind of thematic on its own, but I feel like there is a way to mesh the two together. His activate main says, place this card in its owner's drop area, play this card in your opponent's battle area from its owner's drop area with its skill negated, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with 20,000 power or less other than Body Change Ginyu, gain control of it, and switch it to active mode. So what's crazy is you play Ginyu, power up all your dudes, attack with Ginyu, it uses activate main to swap him with one of your opponent's cards, take it, switch it to active mode, and then attack them again. And hopefully you're taking something better than a vanilla 15k. I'm sure you are, otherwise you wouldn't be doing it in the first place. But just the flavor of this card is really fantastic, and I feel like you could really turn the game around just by taking one of your opponent's best cards and turning it against them. Then we've got Strikeforce Raccoon. He's a 2-cost 10,000 power with double strike. Says when you play this card from your hand, if all of your battle cards are red and no other color, link it up to the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to one red Ginyu Force with an energy cost of 2 other than Raccoon and play it. Place the rest at the bottom of the deck. So, top 5 cards, surely you're going to hit one if you're actually going to be playing the Ginyu Force. But since he's also a 2-cost and he's Frieza's army, you can play him on turn 1 for Frieza, with Frieza's Call. You aren't going to get the auto effect, but you will get him out and have him there for the following turn, or have him there to be able to just swarm with attacks when you finally drop one of the 10,000 power Ginyus. Then we've got Strikeforce Birder, also a 2-cost 10,000 power Frieza's army, once again a target for Frieza Call, this time with critical. And when you play this card from your hand, he has the exact same ability. Then we've got Strikeforce Jace, who's a 2-cost 12,000 power. He's your super combo. When you combo with this card, if your leader card is a red Frieza's army card, your life is 5 or less, draw one card, he gains plus 10,000 combo power. So you could run this with the new Frieza leader. You, however, could not run this with Ginyu. So if you wanted to run like a full-on Ginyu deck with the Ginyu Force leader, you could not run Jace, but that's not really a problem. You can still run Doria. He's still a Frieza's army. You can search either one of them with Frieza's Call, so I feel like it's neither here nor there. It just means you don't get to play Jace and this dope art, and instead you're stuck with the fat, pink, spiky head dude. Then we get Strikeforce Goldo. He's got Barrier and the exact same auto as the others. 2-cost 10,000 power as well. And then speaking of Doria, we had Doria the Expendable. He's a 2-cost 10,000 power blocker that you could also bring out with Frieza's army on turn 1 with that Frieza's Call. When this card is KO'd, choose up to one red Frieza card with energy cost of 2 or less from your hand and play it. So you can bring out either the 1-drop or the 2-drop swap Friezas when he's KO'd, and he actually gets that KO ability when you KO him with the leader as well. So whether you use him for blocker or blow him up with your own leader, you can get that effect to drop the 2-drop Frieza and start your chain all over again. And being able to do that for free and then play the 3-drop for 1 energy and KO, 20,000 or less, that's not bad at all. I really do like it. Then we got Super Zarbon. He's a 3-cost 30,000 vanilla. Really ugly art for a really ugly card. The vanillas just don't really see any play in this one, especially won't because he has no synergy with any of the other cards. Then we have Zarbon, Hidden Potential. He's a 2-cost 15,000 power, another target for Frieza's Call. When this card is KO'd, draw 1 card, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards. It gets minus 15,000 power for the duration of the turn. So you can play him, attack with him, blow him up with your leader, draw a card, KO one of your opponent's battle cards with the minus 15,000. That's not bad at all either. I think this Zarbon is infinitely much better than the previous Zarbon iteration we had in set 1, although that one does have its own merits as well. Then we have Strategic Mind Kikono. He is the feature rare, I think is what they're called, for red. He's a 3-cost 15,000 power, so there goes our previous theory that all the feature rares were going to be 2-cost. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's leader cards. It gets minus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn, and you can't play another one for the duration of the turn. Not really a big deal in my opinion, especially since it's on your turn. Minus 5,000 power, what are you really going to do with that? You could KO a free blocker with it, but is that really worth 3 energy? I don't think so. So, I mean, and since he's a 3-cost, you can't bring him out with Frieza's Call. So, I don't know. I think this card is pretty bad, and probably one of the worst, if not the worst, card that has been revealed with this this red reveal. Then we've got Raccoon Ultra Fighting Bomber. He's a it's a 1-cost extra card. It says activate main. If a Raccoon card is in play in your battle area, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with 15,000 power or less, ignoring barrier, and KO it. So since you can Frieza's Call either of the Raccoon out on turn 1, on turn 2 you could do it again, or you've got this 1 energy, you just start KOing stuff every turn, and while beating them down with all of the Ginyu Force cards. I definitely see red, yellow Ginyu Force being a thing, even though the red Ginyu Force cards specify you can only have red battle cards on the board to be able to get their autos. I still feel like there are easy ways to play around that, and a experienced, seasoned player will be able to figure out how to do it. Then we've got Frieza Spaceship. It's a 2-cost field card. At the end of your turn, choose up to one Frieza's Army card with energy cost of 2 from your hand and play it. If you played a card with a skill, draw a card. So it basically gets you a free card out every turn. After the turn you played, of course. And then you get to draw a card, so you replace that card. So you plus 1. And then if it was a Frieza's Army, the new Ginyu Force, and all you had is red battle cards, you can play another one. So it kind of allows you to ramp up your board pretty quickly, which is what Ginyu Force does. But that also leaves it pretty vulnerable to that new Kami card too. So you gotta be careful with how fast you swarm the board. Then lastly we have Paralysis Technique. It's the red counter card for Clash of Fates. Negate the attack if your leader card is a red Frieza's Army. Choose your opponent's leader card and all of their battle cards. They all get minus 5,000 for the duration of the turn. Not a bad card. Right now restricted to only this red Frieza leader. But giving minus 5,000 to all of your opponent's cards can completely shut down their turn, or force them to combo a lot harder than they actually would have had to before playing this card. So I can see this card being good, but because he's restricted to one leader right now, I can also see it not seeing a whole lot of play. There are a lot of negates that are pretty good. This one is not bad at all. And I see how the minus 5,000 to everything goes along with the plus 5,000 you can do to the leader. So it's a 10,000 gap difference. But I don't know. We'll just have to see, because after image is also a thing, and that creates a much bigger gap. And you do want to take some damage because you do want to draw those cards as well. Well, that just about does it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, if you guys are hyped for the Frieza support, or you're hyped for the new Ginyu Force support like I am, make sure you hit that like button down below for us. We appreciate the support. We appreciate all of our subscribers, all of our supporters, and all of our content on our channel. You guys really kill it, especially with this Dragon Ball content. Let me know in the comments below what you're most excited for out of this set, out of the red specific stuff. And let me know what you guys think about the new way we're doing these videos as well. We're going to go ahead and get the freak out of here, and we'll see you guys in the next video.